Greetings, all you pulsating potato mongers. This is Dead Monkey, and for those who celebrate the holiday, Happy Easter. Also, if you couldn't tell, I'm wearing rabbit ears because I'm feeling oh so rapturous right now. And a certain ranter who wears sunglasses indoors convinced me to wear these, and I'm slowly starting to regret it.
You poor bastard.
So since it's Easter and spring break and I have nothing else better to do with my life, I decided to do a quick Easter special before the next movie review. Not to mention I'm feeling a bit nostalgic today, so screw it! Let's review an obscure TV special that most people probably have never heard of. Have you ever felt nostalgic for something? Well, of course you have, because you're a 90s kid and you have to make sure that everyone knows about it. And while we all have a few things that bring back memories of a simpler time, whether it be a toy or a song or a movie or a place, everyone occasionally likes to take that stroll down memory lane every once in a while. Which is exactly what I'm doing today as I talk about a small piece of my childhood that I came across titled Easter Egg Morning. And before I begin, I gotta give a massive shout out to YouTube user Acme Holidays Net for uploading this to YouTube. I have been looking all over for this for the past few years, and you're fucking amazing for uploading it. You're doing God's work and you deserve a cookie of your choice. Anyways, what is Easter Egg Morning exactly? Or for those of you who may remember waking up on Easter morning really early and turning on the Disney Channel, they always used to play this as somewhat of a tradition, and I remember waking up early every year to watch it, at least before they stopped airing it back in the early 2000s. The TV special was aired on Disney and PBS and was created by country singer Bobby Goldsboro, who doesn't sound real familiar to me, but maybe that's because I'm not much of a country fan, I guess. Though I checked out a few videos of him performing his hit song titled Honey, and I'll admit he definitely had some charisma back in his day. I did a little research on him and he doesn't seem to be very active nowadays, but he seemed to have a pretty solid career. But anyways, Bobby also managed to help write and endorse a few other animated holiday specials in the early 90s, with gems such as Snuffy the Elf Who Saved Christmas, and Lumpkin the Pumpkin. You'd think that this would give Rankin Bass a run for their money, right? I mean, I might have to check them out some other time, but for now, I'm just gonna stick with Easter Egg Morning. Cause I remember so little about this besides a few of the characters and that it was a musical of sorts. And if I haven't mentioned it by now, I'm not the biggest fan of musicals. But hey, nostalgia is always worth potentially losing a few brain cells over, am I right? Try telling that to BuzzFeed, though. But anyways, let's see if this cartoon still holds up. So, without further ado, let us commence the review. The special begins with a quaint little springtime musical number that admittedly sets the tone quite nicely, with a couple of presumably stoned bluebirds peeping on some children as they get dressed. There's also this cute little mouse who seems to be frantically looking for a stash of Oxycontin, and a field of giant Easter eggs, because if Charlie Brown and the Easter Beagle can do it, then why the hell can't they?
Ah, Easter Egg Morning. Just about the happiest day of the year. But did you ever wonder where the Easter Bunny gets all those beautiful eggs he delivers to the children every year?
I'm pretty sure most parents would just buy some eggs from the store and would hard boil and decorate them with their kids. So this question is irrelevant.
And did you ever wonder what Easter might be like without those eggs?
I have, and I've come to the conclusion that it would probably be 20 times less stinky, especially if those giant ones weren't part of it. Seriously, what behemoth of an avian would lay these things? Are they ostrich eggs? Because otherwise it looks like they'd cause some grade A tissue damage. So the story begins in the uniquely named town of Barnyard, USA, where the head hen of the barnyard in Barnyard, USA laments with the other hens over the success of the Easter Bunny.
He doesn't know what hard work is. The hard part is laying all these eggs and gathering them. Ladies, I think it's time we got a little recognition for the work we do.
Sounds like a fair argument, even though a lot of you are just sitting on your asses most of the time. I can imagine there's a couple of square ones that pop out every now and then. And as the chickens continue to ruffle their feathers, our protagonist Picasso's speedy Cottontail makes his way to the barn. Seriously, were there some sort of licensing issues or something with the name Peter? Because I'm pretty sure Peter is Peter Cottontail's name. Oh, and gotta love that carrot juice happiness dispenser. Fucking hippie.
But when you got to carry millions of eggs, it gets a little hard on the legs.
Damn, who knew that the Easter Bunny sounded like James Stewart with a head cold? Give me more carrots, Clarence!
Yay, our buddy Overlord has given us a picture of himself! Yee!
Holy crap, I think I'm having an aneurysm, Gertrude!
Oh, shut up, Carl! These are the happiest aneurysms of our young lives!
So Cottontail arrives at the barnyard where he meets up with his friend, Albert, whose parents must have hated him enough to give him a name as painfully obvious as that. Also, he has a decent Eeyore impression.
Yes, it's me, the one and only Speedy Cottontail, artist and world traveler, loved by all.
I'm glad to see you're still as humble as ever.
Albert, you sad fuck. And our long-eared narcissist makes his way into the chicken coop to attain the eggs needed for his Easter rounds. And the appropriately named Henrietta...
Once in my fruit cellar!
Wrong, Henrietta. Tells Cottontail to fuck off because he doesn't give her and the others enough credit for providing him with their eggs.
Time for the old master artist to display his talents to the world again. So if you'll just load these eggs onto the truck, I'll be on my way.
Considering you're telling these mothers to give up their unborn children so you can desecrate their corpses and then hide them around people's houses, I'm pretty sure I know why they don't want to give you their eggs. And so Cottontail ventures off into the world in search for other unborn children to use. And Henrietta figures, why don't we start our own slave labor camp ourselves? Painting and deliver the shelled embryos of our children should be easy, right? Okay, this is starting to sound like some sort of a fucked up Easter song written by Cannibal Corpse or Cattle Decapitation, so I'm just gonna stop now. So anyway, she starts singing about becoming famous.
I'm gonna be famous when Easter comes this year. When they see the Easter chicken, they'll all stand up and cheer.
Oh my god, did they hire Yoko Ono to sing on this? It's grating as all hell.
I'm gonna be famous when they see my Easter eggs. They'll put me in the movies when they get a look at these legs.
Are you kidding me? You gave a priest a boner in The Little Mermaid, you put sex in the sky in The Lion King, and now you have chickens making suggestive lyrics about their drumsticks? What the fuck, Disney? So Cottontail makes his way into the forest where he discovers a large hole with a bunch of eggs in it. No sexual pun intended.
Hello? Anybody home?
Yes? Who is it?
Holy shit, is that Psycho Mantis? But then again, those eyes are convincing me it might be a rare Pepe, and I don't even like that meme.
Stay a while and visit. You must be very tired.
Whoa, did the basilisk from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets go transsexual or something? Oh great, they're singing again. For reals though, this is why I'm not a big fan of musicals. There's always a song for just about every scene, and I normally can stomach so much. Especially if it's music that I just can't stand. Like the music in this special isn't completely deplorable, but some of the lyrics seem a bit juvenile and mundane, even for a kid's special. And some just make little to no sense. For example, in this song, the snake is trying to seduce Cottontail with a bowl of carrots, and barely halfway through the song, it plain flat out tells him that she intends to eat him. I mean, wow, most snakes would have just gone for the jugular already. I thought snakes were supposed to be crafty. But then again, I'm probably just nitpicking. So Cottontail escapes the snake's den and continues chugging through the forest. And he comes across another suspiciously unguarded pile of eggs.
Sounds like they're asleep inside this cave. I know. I'll take some eggs and leave a note explaining everything. Whoever lives here won't mind because I'm the Easter Bunny and everybody loves me.
Oh yeah, that's a great moral for the kids. Yeah, just leave a note explaining everything and then just take it. Yeah, they'll understand. You know, it's kind of like going to your local retail store, shoving a PlayStation 4 down your trousers like Francis from the Fairly Odd Parents, and then leaving a friendly IOU behind, and the manager, yeah, they'll understand. Oh, what a coincidence. They probably saw this special and then they went out and did it. And what do you know, he tried stealing alligator eggs. And after once again facing near-death experience, he gets back in his truck and continues on. Meanwhile, back at the barnyard, as you would have guessed, the chickens seem to be croaking on their not-so-excellent endeavors.
That looks awful. You've got too much red on that one. Well, look at yours. Who ever heard of a polka-dotted Easter egg?
I think I know where Phoenix Games got some of their voice actors from.
Stop! Stop! Give that back immediately!
And it's at this point when Henrietta realizes that chickens have virtually no artistic skills or any sense of navigation, and filling in Cottontail's shoes, even though he's barefoot, is much harder than they expected. Owlbert overhears the chickens admitting their failures, so he sets out to find Cottontail, who is still looking for some eggs. So it cuts to Cottontail coming across an ostrich, and she lets him have one egg. Well, damn, if you compare this here ostrich egg to the giant eggs at the beginning of the special, I think that might answer a few questions I proposed. Ouch.
It's no use. I hate to admit it, but the hens are right.
Looks like you're not doing too well, Picasso, and time is running out. Tomorrow is Easter and you don't have a single egg.
No need to rub it in his face, you smarmy prick. What are you gonna do next? Sing about it?
How do you let someone know that you need them when you've never shown them before? And how do you let someone know that you love them when you've never told them before?
Think of the times that you took them for granted and never let your feelings show. Well, if you don't tell them, how will they know?
Oh, well, that's actually a pretty good moral. I mean, yeah, Albert's singing voice sounds like Oscar the Grouch and Kermit the Frog's bastard child performing at a Christmas pageant, and he's somehow fixing the tires with carrot jam, which, considering its rubber cement-like qualities, would probably cause some wicked serious constipation. The song actually has a fairly powerful message. It can be so easy for miscommunication to occur within a solid relationship, which can cause us to take our relationships for granted. Whether it be a significant other, a best friend, a family member, we all love and care about those that are important to us. But we may not always acknowledge the little things that they do as often as we should. And sometimes a simple misunderstanding can destroy something so beautiful. Though if you remain true to yourself and those you care about, listen to what they have to say, and treasure what they give to you, anything could be accomplished. And to hear a moral like this in an Easter special, regardless of how goofy the delivery may be, it gives some layers of depth and some actual charm for something that could easily be just another throwaway TV special. And it's something I think we all can relate to.
He thinks he's so cool in his Easter egg suit, but he sure is an artist.
And we think he's cute.
Well, so much for a moral. 40 hens is where I draw the line. I'm done with this shit. Bye-bye.
I think what we've learned here today is that to make Easter special, it takes a lot of hard work from everybody. You can get more things done working together than working against each other.
Now, if only we can convince the Democratic and Republican parties to follow through on this. But then again, with the current presidential race, I doubt any of them will ever come to a compromise. So with that said, vote Ziltoid the Omniscient for 2016. Everyone gets a free poozer and a rectal probing.
As the Easter Bunny finishes the last egg, he is moving so fast that before he realizes it, he has painted the front of Albert just like an Easter egg.
Sorry about that, Albert.
Oh, that's all right, Speedy. That tie was a little busy anyway.
The special ends with Picasso's Speedy Cottontail delivering all of the Easter baskets to the children of the world. See, I could have made a quick summary of the special in about 2 to 3 minutes, but...
It's picketing, it's picketing, it's picture it's picking is what internet.
And while I'm not normally one to dwell on nostalgia on a regular basis, I gotta say, I'm still glad I found this. Though the animation is kinda crappy, the voice acting is hilariously bad, and some of the songs are downright forgettable, this is still a cute little cartoon with a pretty good ending moral, and should still have some great appeal with kids today. It's fun, it's charming, and will sure to make you smile on an Easter morning. If you want to see it for yourself with a younger sibling, or if you want to relive a fraction of your childhood, check out the link below in the description.
When you wake up on Easter egg morning, it's the happy...
So that was Easter egg morning, and you know what? After such a positive review, I'm gonna keep this positivity train rolling. So with that said, this upcoming review will have nothing but positivity and no negativity whatsoever. But then again, I'm not sure what I should review next. Hey, somebody's at my door! It could be the Easter Bunny! God help me!